This is the assembly video for the Aviary storage unit, so the large outer box portion of the Aviary. We've got all the pieces laid out here. It's a little too many to fit into frames, so we've got the top and the bottom here that we're going to be pulling off to the side for right now, since these are the last pieces to go on. Top piece is the square part with all the inside notches going around with a little SPG in the corner. Bottom's the same. It looks very similar, but it's got the two little keyed out spots in the bottom. So we'll put these off to the side right now and pick them back up in a second. So these are all the pieces laid out. We've got the left wall, the right wall. This is the lower middle wall, or middle floor, upper middle floor. And then we have these pieces over here. So this one and this one look very similar. This one's thicker. So the thicker piece is the one that's going to be an additional floor, or the wider piece, whereas this one's a vertical that's going to go in the lower section here. So we're going to start assembling some of the smaller pieces here together that need to kind of set up. So we can take this one and this one. So on this piece here, there's a series of key dot spots. This is for one of the lock mechanisms to go in. We want the thicker wall up. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this. This is going to be in the middle of the box. So we're going to take this wider floor, and this is going to go in just like this. So we're going to put glue along these edges here. So we're using Gorilla Glue. You can use Titebond or Elmer's or whatever wood glue you prefer. This one's kind of nice because it sets up quick. Just go along the inner edge. I'm going to put this together just like this. And using Q-tips, kind of wipe off any excess glue. I've got some longer ones, just kind of reach into some of the cavities as this thing gets built together. So that's the first piece. We're going to set this off to the side, let that set up for a second. And we can start doing one of the next pieces that's going to nest inside. So we can start with this piece here. Actually, we're going to start with this one. So this is the lower inner wall, middle wall, or floor. So this one is going to have this piece here, and it's going to be underneath it like this. Going in. So glue along the bottom edge here. Just in the valleys all the way down. Technically it's the upper edge. So we're putting this one together. We want the smaller cavity on this side here. So this is going to go underneath like this. Flip it over. Get it all nice and tight. And then wipe the excess glue out. And what we can do is we can take the back wall. So this is the lower back wall, and this will go together just like this. So I'll put glue in all the valleys here, all the way across. Just align it like that. Now work your way across and get it all aligned. We're just snapping everything together. So Okay, if it's making some noises, you just want it to be all aligned before you start putting pressure on it. Because some of these little notch outs are somewhat small. Get everything nice and snug. This is where a little painter's tape can actually come in handy. So we can move on to the upper middle floor. And we're going to put this piece on that we made earlier. So again, we want it oriented to where the larger gap is facing up. So this is going to drop in just like this. And then after that, we're going to take the upper back wall, and that's going to come on just like this. So I'll get this one glued in first. Wiggle it a little bit to get it all nice and flush. And then what we're going to do is we're going to flip this up. Now we can put the back piece on. So it's going to line up just like this. Oh, sorry, it's going to line up like this. Put glue on all these little valleys here. Work our way down. Get this to all line up before we push it in. Just wipe off all the excess glue. On the inside here, do the same thing, just so it's not getting in the way of any of the drawers or anything coming in. Okay. So it should look like this at this point. So that's the upper section. This is the lower section. We can start putting them in the side walls here. So the first one we can put in, since this one's a little bit more complicated, we'll drop the left side into the left wall, the upper section of the left wall. Put glue along all these little valleys. This is going to go into this section right here. Just want to get it started, get it aligned, and kind of work your way around, get everything into position before pushing in. Just like that. Now I'll just go through and clean all the glue out. This one's going to drop in just like this. So we'll do the same thing we did. Glue along the valleys. drop into the notches here. Make sure it's nice and tight, and then come in and wipe off all the excess glue again. And it should look like this. So at this point, we're going to put the right wall on. So it's going to go with a little notch out in the top section. So just for orientation, this is how it goes. It's going to come in like this. Go all the way around again in the valleys. Drop this in like this, and you kind of work our way down, getting everything to the line. Just making sure everything's nice and snug. So now we can go through and clean up any excess glue. And this side's a little nicer because you can actually get your hand in. Yeah, so it should look like this at this point. So now we're going to flip it over and put the bottom in, like this. We'll grab the bottom up top. So this piece with the two cutouts, those are lock mechanisms. Those go on the bottom. So it's going to flip over this way so that the tabs line up with the walls. Just like that. So go all the way around again with the glue. Like that. And then this is going to just drop in. So we'll get it aligned. Work our way around. So the outer edges you can kind of pound a little bit to get snug. The inside wall, since it's not supported in the middle section, you don't really want to do that, so you just want to squeeze it together. Like that. Put that one nice and tight. So it should look like this. And then we'll do the top lid. The top wall. It's going to drop on just like this. So, just like the bottom, we'll go all the way around the glue. that. And this piece is going to go on just like this. And we'll work our way around again, get everything lined up. Same thing with the middle wall, it's unsupported, so we want to just push down from the top. Just going to work around as necessary, maneuver walls, and get everything lined up. So that is the Aviary storage unit.